WHYY and Philly.com are collaborating on a project called Black Joy. It celebrates various people during February, which is Black History Month. This week on First, we're highlighting 3 women who recently made local history right here in the First State. Some are familiar faces and others may be names you'll recognize in the future.
My motto has always been dream big and make it happen. It's really great to be first at something. It creates a sense of personal accomplishment and pride in accomplishing. But more important than being first is what happens while you're there and what you really create for after you leave. And so for me, with having completed the University of Delaware, first African-American woman to graduate in engineering, more important for me with regard to that is that now there have been a few thousand African-American women who've gotten their degree in engineering. And for as fulfilling as it was to serve as the state treasurer. And so now, here as city treasurer, it's great to be the first woman and African American to serve in this role. But what's more important for me is now what am I going to do with that? I have the responsibility to do a great job in that role and to create a pathway for anyone else who wants to come behind and serve.
Every day when certain things happen or, you know, a person addresses me a certain type of way, or I am able to make a decision that I haven't been used to making as a council member for the past 12 years, I realize that, wow, this is it. I really am president of city council, and understanding in my femininity, you know, first woman president. So it's really a great feeling to be that role model for our young girls, to see that you too can, you know, dreams can come true and you can be whatever you want. I think that the success of my tenure as a public servant is because I stopped and listened.
Everyone along the way, as we were getting closer and after we won the primary, and even after we won the general election, people would ask me, what does it feel like to make history? And that really was a tough question for me to answer. And I said at the time, it didn't feel like something special. It felt like we were doing the work, and this was the result of so many people coming together and really making this a reality. But the day that I was sworn in, the day that I stood in that House chamber and raised my hand and took the oath, that moment is when it really sunk in that we had done something really incredible and really special, especially for Delaware. You know, having never elected a woman in our state and having never elected a person of color, it just all of a sudden became very real, and really just reminded me of everyone that came before me. Throughout the course of this year, find somebody new that you never heard about, like a Hattie Phelan, you know, and learn about them. Find out about somebody new. That's one of the challenges that I put forth to folks, is find out about somebody new and also bring somebody else along on that journey.
Hattie Phelan, who Congresswoman Blunt Rochester mentioned, was the first African-American woman to serve on city council in Wilmington. I also like to mention Senator Margaret Rose Henry is another first among us. Congresswoman Blunt Rochester said it best: try to learn about someone new for Black history and take a friend on that journey.